What's up, beautiful people? So, last week, me and my brother showed our Lego short film at a local Houston filmmaker showcase called Not Another Film Screening, and it was badass. And I wanted to share the Q&A that we did because my dad was kind enough to film it. And also share the audience reaction. I'll put that at the end if anybody's interested in that. If you haven't seen this film, it is on my YouTube channel. I'll put the link in the description of this video. So go check that out if you want. It's about a 4.5 minute short that took a lot of work because it's stop motion Lego. But I hope that you enjoy this Q&A, and if you have any other questions about the making of this film, please put them in the comments below or put them in the comments of the movie. That's all I got, except I want to thank Brian Delaney and David Clark, the founders of Not Another Film Screening and Not Another Film Organization in Houston, Texas. I also want to thank my brother Brody. I love you. Thank you so much for making this film with me. You're the best, dude. I also want to thank my sister Brittany, who made the cover art poster for this film. She hand drew it. It's on the cover of the movie. If you find it on my YouTube channel, you'll see it. She's freaking amazing and talented and available to design other people's movie posters if you're in need of one. So hit her up. All right, I hope you enjoy this Q&A. See you at the next showcase.
Hello, my name is Brandon Selman. This is my brother Brody. I'm Brody. Glad y'all like that. That's the first time we've shown that with an audience like that. Like this. This is amazing. So thank you guys all for being here. We actually made this in September of 2021, so it's been a while. Brody had been, I've been a filmmaker for a long time. Brody started making Lego short films. I don't know how old you were when you started doing that. Do you remember? 12? Okay. So when I saw that he started doing that, he was making these really fun stop motion Lego shorts. And I had never done anything like that before. I thought it was super cool, obviously. I started talking to him about like, hey, we should do something together at some point. And I would say that often, you know, I don't remember when I started saying that, but I know a lot of time had passed. I was busy with work and going to school at the time. And my last semester, I went to Arizona State University, their online school. I did film school through them. And my last semester, I took this George Lucas, Steven Spielberg class, which was obviously a lot of fun. Just watching Lucas and Spielberg movies and talking about their films the whole time. And the last assignment was we could write a paper or we could make a film. So I was like, well, I'm gonna make a film. And I asked Brody if he was down, and he was. I didn't really, I knew it was gonna be hard. Everybody obviously always says stop motion is really difficult. I didn't realize how difficult it was gonna be until it was too late. So I'm trying to remember, I think maybe a week before the assignment was due. We had talked about it a little bit, but I think about a week before the assignment was due was when we started on it. What I remember is just kind of like going up into your room, looking at all the different Legos you had. We've got other brothers that we had Legos also. So we looked at their Legos, kind of just started coming up with the story. And the first day, I think we got from the beginning of the film all the way up to when that hatch door opens, like they're playing the little video game, they kill the first guards, and then that hatch door opens, and they go into the hatch, and I think that was just the first day, was just that. Is that what you remember, kind of? Yeah. And then I had to go back to work for that week. I came back the next, I think, Sunday. If I remember correctly, the assignment was due on Wednesday, so on the Sunday before the assignment was due was when we started trying to finish, and then I think we put in like 12 hours that Sunday, and then Monday put in another 12 hours, and I was about, I think we got, at some point we were like halfway through everything that we had planned, and I was like, man, I don't know if I can do this. It was hard. I mean, you're just sitting there taking picture after picture after picture, and moving everything, a little bit at a time. And it was like, okay, well, we can either push through and try to finish the. I mean, but I do distinctly remember having this moment where I was like, can I get out of this? Can I start writing a paper instead? Like, what, like considering my options. And I was like, well, it's gonna take me just as long to figure out something else as it's gonna take me to just push through and us finish this. So we pushed through and finished it. I wasn't planning on, so I ended up doing all of those voices, which was a lot of fun. That was like, that was a lot of fun. And I get to use, I'm an actor also, so I get to use this now as like part of my acting reel. I do voices. But that wasn't the plan. I ended up doing that just because we ran out of time. It was like I wanted to find a composer, and I mean, as probably a lot of filmmakers can relate, when you're like coming up with your idea for the film, you're like thinking about the biggest thing you can do, and then you end up having to do what's possible in the moment. But I think it worked out the way it was supposed to, and I'm super proud of it. I think you are too, right? Yeah. Do you want to say? Sure.
So, I mean, he's a genius. He was the mastermind behind it. I mean, I learned a lot from it. He knew how to do like all the lighting and stuff, and just like the camera angles. So I learned a lot of things from that, and yeah. So I made like little stop motion films when I was a lot younger, and so I kind of knew what I was doing, and I think I helped him learn how to do that stuff too. Just like, it takes a lot of patience. I mean, there were points where we got angry, like we got pretty angry. So yeah, I mean, it just took a lot of time, but yeah, we're happy with it. It's awesome.
One of my favorite moments of making this film with you was, it was the only time you actually had to leave, and I was like by myself. That wasn't why it was my favorite moment, but it was because so it's the part where the shark guy pops up and then gets attacked by the shark, and there's all that blood and everything. Before he had to, I can't remember what you were doing, but you had to leave for like an hour or something, and I had you show me again how to do the blood, because that was something that was so funny about your other films, was like the way that you would use like violence. It's like a Lego movie was just so funny. So I had you like show me again how you do it, and then you left, and when you came back, I showed you what I did, and I mean, making your younger brother laugh is just the best. Like that, like the way that he laughed so hard when he saw that, I was like, oh, this is awesome. Yeah. So, yeah, that was that. Thank you guys. Anybody have any questions?
So the shark attack and the ship sinking were both, like, I guess, special effects. Was there anything that you wanted to do in the script that you just couldn't pull off, or that you tried and it just wasn't working?
Yeah, we ended up I remember originally, before we had got to the water planet, the idea was that there was going to be like a pirate ship or something. Do you remember that? Yeah, they were gonna land, and then they were gonna get on a pirate ship or something, and there was gonna be all these characters, and being able to have enough table space for that, it was just, we got to that point, and it just didn't make sense for what we were trying to do, and also the time limit we had, so we changed it to the little island that they land on. But that, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they're like on a little patch of sand, and there's like a painting behind them. Our great grandmother painted that painting, so it's kind of cool that that's in there. But yeah.
Yeah, great job, very funny.
Thank you.
Any plans to do more with this kind of concept? Pitch to Disney, who knows?
Yeah, no plans right now. I think there's enough distance now that I've forgotten how hard it was, so maybe I will. But I would love to. I mean, back then, I was going to film school online, so I didn't know a ton of people that were working in the industry or like actively doing things. So like now I think it would be fun to collaborate with more people. Obviously to collaborate with you again, but also to have a composer and just see what else we can come up with. And the time constraint is good. I think it's good for me to have a deadline, that school deadline helped me push through and get it done, but also it would be nice to do something without that much pressure on you. So we'll see, hope so.
Who voiced the Han Solo's partner?
Han Solo?
His partner.
Who do you mean, wait, who?
The animated voice.
I ended up doing all the voices.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so the Luke Skywalker, yeah, I ended up doing all of them.
You sound like Skeletor.
Do what?
You sound like Skeletor.
Oh yeah, well that was the joke, because so he's supposed to be Luke Skywalker, his partner, and Mark Hamill plays Luke Skywalker, and Mark Hamill also does the voice of the joke was he does the voice of Joker in Batman, so he sounds like that. But also at that time, the new Masters of the Universe animated show had just come out on Netflix, and Mark Hamill also plays Skeletor.
Oh, okay.
And his voice sounds like that too. So like I was like, well, he's doing like the Joker voice for Skeletor, so I was like, I'll make him sound like that.
Okay. That was my compliment. The question though, if you can still remember, how many photos did you end up having in total?
I wondered if somebody was going to ask that, and I meant to look it up, and I didn't. But I don't know. Do you know? Yeah, I don't know, dude. I mean, it's 24. I think originally we were trying to do 24 frames a second because that's the standard. But it kind of looks better a little bit like it's a little more fun when it's a little choppier, so it might have been like 12 frames a second or something like that, and it's 4.5 minutes, so if anybody wants to do the math. Or I think it's 4.5 minutes, actually, I don't know. Hey!
Hi. So I like watching Robot Chicken growing up.
Uh-huh.
They're using clay and Play-Doh. Y'all using Legos. How long did it take you to film your shortest scenes?
To film the shortest scene?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that we put in like 2 12-hour days, but the shortest day was from the time the short film starts to the time that they walk in. Right before they walk in and the room is like red with the evil guy. So right before that, that took like an afternoon, probably like 4 to 6 hours for just that little bit.
Okay. And then what was the most challenging part about doing a stop motion like this?
For me, it was, we kind of learned as we went, but for me, that opening scene, we just built the set too small. So they're like in that little hallway, and like to get your fingers in there and move everything around, you're constantly like knocking walls over and having to put them back up. So once we got through filming that scene, we changed strategies, and every scene was like just more open, more of like we're only going to shoot from the front angle and maybe the right and left, so that the front of the set basically is open, so we can get our fingers in there. Because it was hard. Like the most difficult part is just a lot of times you just need to move somebody's arm or their head a little bit, and it's like, okay, how am I going to move that without moving everything else? What about you?
Yeah, I feel like the very first scene looked like very choppy because we kept knocking those walls over. So it kept like the camera kept shifting all over the place. But then once we learned after that first scene, it got a lot easier, and we kind of knew what to do after that. So it looked a lot smoother the rest of the film.
Hey.
Hello. Well, it was very entertaining. I was cackling the whole time. I leaned over to Joe and was like, I want to make that film. So my question though is, do you think you could do that with a motion camera and just start and stop, start and stop, start and stop? Or do you think you have to do it just with stills?
It would be really difficult with the motion camera unless it had like a still frame setting. Most cameras nowadays have like a photography setting. If you're getting like a modern camera, it's going to have video, it's going to have photo. So photo is going to be a bit easier, and photo usually in modern cameras has more resolution anyway. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but it makes sense in my head, so I don't know if this is actually true, but I think like the processor can do more with a still image, so it's able to capture a higher resolution than it is on the motion.
Yeah.
But I know like even older cameras, like even if you're using I would be surprised if anybody did this, but if you use like a Super 8 camera, like an old camera, and use actual film, like a lot of those old film cameras have a setting that'll let you do one frame at a time, which is really interesting.
Okay.
So some of the cameras in between might not be so good, but I would always just do, if you're gonna do stop motion, I would do photo.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you.
the start stop is just gonna be weird, and then you're gonna want to play it back, and it's like not gonna play back right. You're gonna mess it up.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Before I ask my question, I have to say, if this was your first project, I know the projects that you're gonna make are gonna be super awesome. I know that for a fact because I work with you. My question is, you talked about how stressful it was because there's a deadline and everything, but how fun was it making it?
There parts of it were fun. You know, that's why I said like the best part was you know going over the top with the blood and then showing it to Brody and like his reaction to it. Like the best part is always because it's stressful, and then you go back and watch what you did and you're like, okay, it's cool. You know,
And the voices
like,
were fun too, like when you were making voices and everything.
do what?
When you were making voices and everything, that was fun too.
I mean, yes, obviously, yeah. Once the actual filming, the stop motion part was done, and I could start editing, doing the voices was so fun. Yeah. And then too, it's like I could go like way over the top because it's like I'm in a room by myself. You know, I don't have anybody watching me or whatever. So
Doing like Gollum sounds like.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, actually, one of the most fun parts was. So this is up on YouTube if you guys want to go find it there. But one of the most fun parts was doing the British shark guy, and when he gets killed, like doing those voices, because I was like shaking my head, like getting my cheeks to like flap back and forth so I could like make all these weird noises while he's dying. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
That's all I have.
Cool. Thanks everybody.
Hey, can I be next? What?
Freeze.
All right,
Gee, thanks, Huddle, buddy.
don't mention it. Hey, why did your voice sound like that?
What? My voice always sounds like this when I'm animated.
Okay, well, let's go. Captain Tanner, we've been searching the galaxy for you.
Well, it would appear that you've met your match. Oh, you know what? I give up. I was just kidding around, you know. You know, we really should have had the Falcon for this.
What do you want me to do? Chewie's got to go on a date sometime.
Oh my, a real Imperial officer. Oh, I cannot stand this new droid, sir. I just can't.
Well, make yourself useful and get us out of here.
I'm afraid we're out of fuel, sir. But fuel doesn't exist in this universe until 2017.
It looks like we're gonna have to crash on this nearby water planet.
Oh no!
Oh, Brad, we're saved. Let's get on. Wow, so many people. Everybody, let's get out of here. Let's get off this island and get on the ship. Let's go. Hey, sorry, bud. Look, how long have you been stuck on this island by yourself? I'm not by myself. I've got Brad.
Yes, it would appear that we are stuck together forever.
Oi, what's going on here? Oh yeah, that's Boris. He's here too. He just sends around and gives fish. How you doing, Boris?
Terrible, there ain't nothing in this sea but stinking cold fish, and I want to find some sharks. What?
Well, it was nice knowing you folks.
Oh my, R2? It is you! Everyone on the ship.
Well, come on, Brad. Time to get off of this island. He's dead! You know, George, I think this is going to be a great class.
the greatest thing that you and I have ever created. We should have been doing this collaboration the whole time. Well, yeah, not that stupid archaeological cowboy thing. I mean, that was just a stupid idea that I was just throwing out there, and you were like, wow, that's the best idea you've ever had. And I kind of took offense to that, honestly, because it's the worst idea I've ever had, but, you know, hey, we made a buttload of money, and now we're gonna make more.
Yeah.